getting ready to be in Jamaica. What is happening there? To celebrate the 5th Inter-American Division, Camp Paris. You cannot afford to miss it. Please come along. Yes, we're going to have honors. We're going to have a pin trading. We're going to have friendship, social meeting together throughout all the entire territory of Inter-American Division. When? Next year, 2023. You cannot afford to miss it, Pathfinders. Be a part. Come, let's go to Jamaica. Yay.
Season greetings here from aWrap. We're very happy that you guys could have joined us throughout this year. We now are in the Christmas season, and we want to remind you that the reason for the season is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
The prophet Isaiah says that a child was born and a son was given to us, whose name is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You know, Emmanuel, God with us. So we're very thankful that you could have joined us throughout this year. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing this program. Thank you for all those who supported us through the financial contribution. We're very grateful. It is because of you all that we are able to continue having this program. So we're very happy. Also, on behalf of Central Belize Mission, season greetings, and we pray that God may continue to bless you, richly bless you throughout the following year, 2023.
Yes, I don't know about you, Pastor, but Christmas is my favorite time of the year. The atmosphere is different. It seems like everyone is more loving, more caring. They're always smiling.
Amen.
All the lights that people put on their home. This is my favorite time, and especially the food.
Amen.
Especially the food. Something about Christmas, every time you go, any house you visit, they're giving you cake, soft drink, food. I know come January, I have to start run even more. So season's greeting, always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. God bless.
God bless you.
Good night and welcome to your favorite show, Youth Come Alive. Tonight, I am your host, Aislinn Murillo, and we have with you my co-host,
Kayla Esquiliano.
Jalen Pascascio.
And in our magic hot seat, we have...
Yours truly, Jemema.
Okay.
Because you know she's famous.
It's the yours truly for me. Guys, if you're watching us on Facebook, Channel 98, YouTube
and
Twitch, like, subscribe, and share with your friends so that they know that we are live here in studio. I promise you we're live. And tonight our topic is It's
It's a wrap.
wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. No worry, it's not a wrap for the show.
No,
Just
no.
clarifying that and
No,
making
no,
that known to y'all, because we don't want to think that we're going to turn off on the TV and get rid of we. We're not going so easy. But our show for tonight is 2022. It's a wrap. Now, guys, this year has been a lot. A lot. It has been a roller coaster. You remember when that thing dropped out of tongue, you know, and it look like a little roller coaster there out there.
Yeah. The
All right,
tower.
that right there. This year has been, I believe, one of those for everybody across the board, because you talk to people and you hear their stories and what they've been through, and you hear what what they have experienced. So we've been through a lot, but nonetheless, we have some deep questions where we just want to drop tonight, but all I know, and I want to know answer in the comments, because we will get lit up in this place, right?
Wow. Yeah.
But we will touch some veins and some you know, the little thing in your, you know, the little thing will look like guitar in your heart, the strumming, you know when it's a strum in your pain.
Oh my
With your fingers.
Aye,
All right.
aye.
Okay, make a stop. I done. I finished.
Okay.
Sorry, make a stop.
All right.
So our first question, dropping that out there, is what is your single best memory for 2022? We will start that, I guess.
Okay, because I know
Like,
how to guess look for me.
Yeah,
I didn't even
because
get to
she
think.
did look wrong.
I had way too many good memories in a 2020.
Yeah. Give me some highlights. Just one or two.
I don't know.
You don't know,
Or you
you
know
can
what?
share.
I get to meet one special friend.
Wow.
We are still friends.
Okay.
I'm grateful for that. I have a lot of good memories.
Okay. You know what? You know what name because you don't want to overshadow the other ones and
Yeah.
want so people get jealous.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Next.
You know what? It's been a very turbulent year. You know, like the 1 o'clock express Shaz bus. I mean Silver's bus. We're not talking about that.
Botany, Silvers and Shaz.
Right. There's been a lot of good moments. I can't really single out the best one, but I'll give the top picks. Beginning of this year, I met some great people I'm fortunate to call my friends. I've made some trips around the country that I wouldn't have done, in years past. Met new people, had new experiences, namely the crusade that I was at in Kaya for a month. That was a good time. I feel like that one of the highlighting moments. Working for God is always such a blessing. So I think that the pinnacle one are very close to the top for me.
Okay. Single best. That's kind of tough because you have to pick one out of all the rest, and then But I'm going to highlight some like what you guys did. You seeing your birthday, because it's always a blessing to reach that another milestone in your life when it comes to getting older and God sparing you throughout the year. Like Jalen said, meeting friends, meeting new people that you feel like they're going to be there for a long while. They can be very beneficial to your life. And also spending time with my whole family, going on trips, doing missionary work. Those were the highlights of my year.
I likewise have to say my birthday. Still currently receiving birthday gifts, and even though it's been a month and change, I've been still receiving birthday gifts. So my highlight is really one of my highlights is my birthday because I got to celebrate it the way I wanted to, and getting just what I have been asking for, you know. And the best part is that the money where they come, you know. Then the good parts, it keep coming, and so I'm thankful for my birthday. It was a blessing, and then two of my most favorite people in this world got married, and I got to experience it with them. So those were some pretty awesome moments, you know, I got to experience.
Right.
Okay, let's move on to our next question there. It says, when things had gotten heavy, almost as if you felt like giving up, what or who inspired you to keep pressing on?
Me again?
No, we don't have to. Anybody could.
Well, thank you for volunteering.
Right?
I
mean, like.
Well, of course, it will always be my lead person, because if I never had I mean, already out of here, you know, a good or a bad way. But yes, I have to say he, and the entire fact that I feel like God trusts me with a whole next human being when I need to trust myself with myself.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Who and what? I would say, honestly, it's just family for me on a whole. I always have the support of my family, so it's them that can help me get through the year, get through the tough times, because this year was a roller coaster like this one yesterday, and turbulent like the Shaz and Silver's bus. But I think God knew exactly what he was doing when he placed people in your life that you call family, you call brother, daughter, son, mom, dad. So I am thankful for them, and I don't know where I would be without the family.
Okay, so family that obviously, you know, your support core. If you know, some people don't have as supportive as family, but I'm grateful that mine is, and my very close friends. You know, there's never been a moment I couldn't, you know, go to them or lean on them. Meeting my family and friends, and you know, they'll be like, this is just happening now. You know, try again, keep going. We're gonna make it somehow. So family and friends, God of course is number one, and my own self for not giving up.
Of course, my family. A few friends, unnamed people, person, and he said what, right? And being next to the seaside, just hearing the crashing of the water upon the side of the seawall, that always give me hope. Guys, I encourage you to be to answer the question as we're going along, because we also want to hear what you guys have to say. We want for you guys to be interactive with us. We want for you to be a part of this discussion, you know, because that we there up here, but only also a part of this thing. So answer with us as we continue to go through these questions. Okay, everybody answer that one just now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. It says, what are some of the things that you enjoyed from 2022?
Some of the things. Okay, my roll along the March Global Youth Day. It was an exceptional time. If you've never experienced a Global Youth Day, I know we said this at the start of this year, you need to experience it. We cannot explain it any other way than it's something you have to try for yourself. I enjoyed that. My birthday, I never really do anything grand for it. Nothing special really. But, you know, it's always a blessing to see another year of life and what the new chapter will unfold. There's something else, but I'll save that for a little bit later in the conversation. And the friends that I have that are musicians, performing with them at the 18th anniversary, that's one of the moments I enjoyed too.
Nice.
What was the question?
What are some of the things
that you enjoyed about 2022?
What were some of the things? Being here with you guys, you know. A lot of people would say, sometimes people would say, oh, I'm too scared, or oh, I don't see myself on camera. But honestly, guys, it's just coming to sit and giving your opinion and what you feel.
It's a discussion.
Yeah, it's basically just being free and just saying what you feel and what's your opinion. But honestly, being here with you guys and talking about these things, knowing that it is reaching people that probably don't know about some of these topics or even know about God, it's reaching them. That is one. Traveling. You know, Aislinn says that she loves the song of the sea crashing against the wall, but also traveling allows you to see God's wonder in like everything, His creation, because Belize is very, very beautiful. It's from the jungles to the sea to the rivers. It's very, very beautiful. And also you know, going around sharing food and stuff with friends and people that are in need.
Some of my enjoyable moments was spending time with my family. That was traveling to my cousin's wedding. That was one. We have a lot. Because they got a long time, so they're like traveling out. I mean, I don't say traveling, but traveling on a whole. We experiencing new things. Talking to people you enjoy talking to. I don't I don't know. Then just get lost from my mind, you know. But just simply being around people that you vibe with.
Vibes.
All right, so mine would definitely be anything away from work and school.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And
put that out
sometimes
there.
my son, like any kind of recreation time where I get to just relax. And sometimes that would just be for sleep, honestly. I enjoy for sleep while at this year. Understand? So yes, any kind of recreational time.
Okay.
I need some sleep right now. And a log back 3 hours of sleep.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yep. Okay. This is one. What have you learned in 2022? What have you learned?
I learned a lot of stuff.
Belize not real.
Facts.
Wow,
Facts.
let's just
Belize
put
is not
that
a
out
real
there.
place.
Let's just put that out there.
What have I learned? I learned to appreciate things more, appreciate people. This year, unfortunately, I had lost my cousin who was very, very dear to me, like in March. And you know, sometimes you go through life not expecting that things like that would happen. Well, I just start to last week or last 2 weeks, so I don't feel like you need to hear from me again.
Right.
And then sometimes when you do end up losing those people, it's like, why, you know, like, one more text or one more laugh or one more phone call could have been like very influential on your life. And I learned that you shouldn't take things for granted, take people for granted, because in the blink of an eye they can move out your life. It doesn't have to be dead. It can be they stop being your friends or stuff like that. But I learned to not take things for granted and always appreciate everything and be thankful.
You said that just now, and what came to my mind was this guy that was messaging me. And when 18 had anniversary, he saw a picture of me. He saw me, and he screenshotted, and he sent the picture, and he was like, "My wife." I'm like, "No, sir." And I was basically dismissing him, and then later on I heard he died, and I was like,
Wow. That took a turn.
right. That was a very dramatic ending, sir. But I didn't even get to be nice to him because I was being focused on being mean to him. And so when you said that, I was like, man, yeah, we do look at life sometimes and forget that it's going by so quickly and it's fragile. But that
one limit though.
Yeah.
That was serious. I think what I've learned this year, I've learned quite a few things. Of course, appreciate who you have there with you, because you never know. Things could change very dramatically, and God have a funny way of how he do things. Like you could feel comfortably in a moment, and then bam, your whole world get turned upside down. Like the hurricane taught us that as well, because there's greatness to God, and it comes in many forms. Another thing I've learned is to depend more on the Lord, because at any point in time, people around you then could flip the script, and then you're left in the balance of the world. So depending on the Lord became something that I've had to learn to do a lot this year.
All right, so I definitely learned not to worry about the things that I am not able to control.
Oh wow, yes.
I learned that the hard way a lot, over and over and over this year. Like, why do you worry about stuff where you can't do or where you can't deal with? And then God just always show up and show you that it's possible. Not by us doing so, but it's possible. So I just learned that sometimes my dreams not to be, my plans they're not weird, they're not awkward, they're not tangible at the moment, but eventually they always unfold.
Not you coming here to preach tonight. Get a word from the Lord. Word from the Lord.
I think they study to be pastor.
God's time.
Pastor wife in training.
Oh, I married a pastor.
For me, what I've learned this year, I've learned to not be dramatic.
Wow.
I've learned that being dramatic is not always an option. Also, I've learned that sometimes you just have to really and truly be vigilant and listen. Listen is the key word for this year for me. That I had to learn to listen, because like I mentioned on a couple shows earlier that listen, and not listening cost me a lot of things this year. And so listening, not being dramatic, I don't need to be dramatic, and to let go. And let God. And the minute I've learned to let go, I have been content. And contentment is peaceful beyond description. And so that is Those are 3 things that I've learned. Okay, so we know that we faced a lot of obstacles and we go through a lot of things, and I know that we some things disappointed us throughout this year. Something made us had to change and adjust. So what were some of the greatest disappointment, the things that greatest disappointment this year? And we're going through them one by one.
Jesus.
Well, yes, one by one, because we have a little time to do it before we break. So, let's go. Was it a heartbreak?
We never even had a time to get with heartbreak. Well, I know me. I didn't even had a time to get my heartbreak. Never I lead love. So it definitely was not a heartbreak.
It wasn't a heartbreak for me.
It couldn't be a heartbreak for me because how you play with my feelings? No, man. No, sir.
But then I think sometimes
it doesn't always have to be a relationship.
You guys are basing it probably on relationship, but maybe you wanted something and you never get it.
You're right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
your heartbreak.
January to December.
Wow.
January to
Okay.
December.
Something happened, you may want something your way and it never happened your way.
Yes.
Like what Jemema may
The
say.
man upstairs always show himself.
It's funny.
You know,
He show himself at the beginning of the year because
A heartbreak could be you try so hard for cook this food and it never come out where you want it. Because it happens. Well, to me it happens.
Since you're, opening up that way, definitely not have the food problem. Because if you know me, when I get in the kitchen, I don't get in here to play. But things that didn't turn out, like we talked about, sometime earlier when we started the show, the traffic signs of life. That really changed my perspective on a lot of the things that would have been heartbreaking in the past. When it would have been disappointing beyond control. I'd be like, oh my gosh, well, damn. But it made me look at those things differently and be like, you know what? Maybe the big man upstairs will unfold a brand new agenda for 2023. So I really just need to stay in my league corner and, catch up the pieces of my heart or my chip off and keep it pushing until then.
Push it.
I definitely had heartbreak on this one because I asked, but I didn't ask specifically. So I act like Bembe and I quit my job.
Excuse?
I quit this job whatever pleased with, and then I have to work on Saturday too. And I'm like, no, I was showing you that I don't need this job.
Right away.
So I stopped the job and I asked God to give me a next job. Knowing that He knows the job what I want, He could give me something where He want, what I not check for.
Wow.
I think that was my biggest heartbreak.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, like God always, I don't know, maybe He knows, but I don't depend that.
Okay.
But maybe He knows best. That's all I could say.
Yeah, for me it's because I like write, so I write down a list of bunch of things where look beyond where above my pay grade, and He said, nope. You need to wait. You're not here. I said no.
Oh my God.
So those were mine. Was it finance?
Yes, it was.
Let's not talk about that elephant.
Let's not talk about Bruno.
Yes, it was. I ain't even sit up here and lie to you. I'm going to tell you that it was the finance for me. And it caused me to make some very hard decisions this year, and I'm paying for it now. But I'm trusting that it will get resolved in the coming year. But it was the finance.
Amen.
Yeah, it was the finance. It was finance for me for a very long time. But look at Jesus.
That's a pain.
But Jesus, Jesus always comes through when you need Him.
Right?
So it was finance.
We could left the viewers with question number 3.
Okay.
Before the break.
Was it the constant increase in fuel and the cost of living.
Well, talk
With
about
that,
it.
let's take a break and we will be right back. Make sure you go type in the
Yes, type in the comments.
Yes, in the comments and let us know.
Oh, not afraid to talk about the gas pain.
Oh, no, yeah, not afraid. But we'll be right back.
Season greetings here from Hour of Power. We're very happy that you guys could have joined us throughout this year. We now are in the Christmas season, and we want to remind you that the reason for the season is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
The prophet Isaiah says that a child was born and a son was given to us, whose name is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You know, Emmanuel, God with us. So we're very thankful that you could have joined us throughout this year. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing this program. Thank you for all those who supported us through the financial contribution. We're very grateful. It is because of you all that we are able to continue having this program. So we're very happy. Also, on behalf of Central Belize Mission, season greetings, and we pray that God may continue to bless you, richly bless you throughout the following year, 2023.
Yes, I don't know about you, Pastor, but Christmas is my favorite time of the year. The atmosphere is different. It seems like everyone is more loving, more caring. They're always smiling.
Amen.
All the lights that people put on their home. This is my favorite time, and especially the food.
Amen.
Especially the food. Something about Christmas, every time you go, any house you visit, they're giving you cake, soft drink, food. I know come January, I have to start run even more. So season's greetings, always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. God
Amen.
bless.
God bless you.
Hi, I'm Pastor Elario Davis.
I'm Pastor Denny Makolo.
We are the hosts of your Bible study series, Words of Wisdom. In 2 Timothy 3:16, God reminds us that all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof,
For correction and for instruction in righteousness.
Words of Wisdom is a specially designed program brought to you by ATN in an effort to share the Advent message to our friends and faithful viewers who are yearning to build a growing and saving relationship with Jesus Christ. If you want to learn more about our rich Adventist heritage, basic fundamental beliefs, counsel on courtship and marriage,
Or simply a deeper study of God's written word, then join us Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. on our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as Channel 98 on Central TV. Join in and be a part of this special Bible studies effort by praying that God continues to lead and bless this ministry, by becoming a faithful viewer and inviting your friends and family to like and share our programs, by your kind donations and of course your generous financial contributions. Contact us at 416139351 or send us an email at atn@cbm.belizeunion.org. We are located at 10 3/4 miles Philip Golson Highway. Thank you for being a part of the ATN ministry. It is our prayer that you will keep the book of the law always on your lips.
meditate on it day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to that which is written therein. then thou shalt make thy way prosperous and have good success.
And just like that, we're back from our very short commercial break. Before we left, we were talking about 2022, it's a wrap. And we left a question with you that I will just point out. None of you responded to. We asked what were disappointments of this year, and was one of them the constant increase, the high rate of gas prices, and the cost of living. Let me just start off by telling you this. My pockets have been burning with a fervent burn for the amount of gas money I spend.
The word gas get me nervous.
Yeah.
I never know lie.
Yeah, and you know if I'm a gas pain when I eat, I could handle that because I just know when to eat earlier. But when I pull up on a $15, $20 for a gallon of gas,
and the needle no move.
I'm telling you, it's not inspiring at all. It's giving I need for work.
I need a gift card to Shells.
You know, and you so much time I followed nearly raffle ticket and I can't win yet.
You never win.
It's tight.
I never even think they draw
the hours the person when I need it, win it.
Yep.
Right? And then the whole cost of living thing, you know.
Imagine they spend $100 and you walk out of Publix with 2 bags.
No man, I'm going to save you. Not listen, hold on. Listen, because if you have things that I need for when I do catering, you know, plug the catering business, learn as a light, on drop the details in the comments. When I go in and save you, and then I show up at the counter and the lady tell me $160, and then I only walk out to the store with 2 bags. For 2 bags, this is what I'm saying, and I like, miss, why they spend £160? Please, I think you need to check the items again, but here we are. Inflation is a real thing.
That catch me last week, like, I don't want to put this out there. Let's hope they're not a watch. But I just had to make a call because I was like, my pay wrong. So it get put for to know your pay wrong and correct. But I'm like, my heart, me heavy. Because even when the cost of living, they're like, why?
I feel like
I get robbed. And it was the truth. The whole pay slip me correct. I mean, can't do nothing about it. Social security, everything.
And it's sad too because
it's rough.
One thing sometimes, or like living on your own, you have to deal, if you have a vehicle, you have to deal with gas. You know you need to eat, so you need to deal with groceries. Don't even get me started on rent.
Oh, please.
If you have kids.
Don't even, because they want to charge you $800 for only 1 room and 1 bathroom and 1 kitchen.
And then you put in your own light, water, internet, and everything else where you need. It's rough.
Oh man.
It's more than rough.
The pressure is getting.
I mean, if I can't relate.
It doesn't sound like you can relate.
Well, when I say hard time, that's to stay in my house for a little bit longer.
Facts.
A little bit longer.
Moving right along to question number 4. Was one of your disappointments this year about friends? Whether you lost some friends, you gained some friends have moved on and left you. Was one of your disappointments this year friends?
Friends never seem free. The issue with friends is like it get old now. Like, yeah, they will have the good ones, they have the bad ones.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter though.
I think, like Jemema said, it gets old. I think we are at an age now where you instantly pick up on people. So that not something where you would be friendly with people for say gain their friendship knowing that they are a certain type of way because you know you don't want that to be your influence, right? So I think we can pick up on stuff now where it's like no, and I mess with that. Walk along. So
keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
I'll just say let go and let God. He'll deal with the rest.
All right, and the final question under disappointments. Was it anything that you'd rather not speak on? That's very interesting. You know, I always reserve the right to plead the fifth, but then there's certain situations where you just move it along. You know, you don't want to be caught up in the nonsense. So you just avoid it and you just stay in your lane, let it go, let it pass. Anything we don't want to speak of, or we're not speaking of those things?
No, that just things what we could think about. But it's there are things that left us with heavy hearts, that things that we don't want to talk about. But it's good to address it, deal with it, and think about how you could avoid that not happening again and how you want to move on from it. But just not leave it right there to fester.
Okay.
And then, you know, we're going at the new year with that heavy weight on your back.
Yeah.
So even if the viewers or anybody, you know what, put it in the comments. It's just something for you to think about.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, so moving right along then. Like Jemema said, you know, there's some dull moments, some things that we choose to avoid speaking on or thinking about. And it's important in the maturing process to assess how those had an effect on our lives so we know how to work on ourselves, change situations, change circumstances, change environments if needs be, to have a different result for next year. Because, you know, they say nonsense is doing the same thing twice and expecting a different result.
I think that insanity.
That too. But, you know, nonsense sound more extreme to me. All right.
Before you move on there, whoa.
You gone?
Right, so.
Just like that.
Jeez.
Wow.
No,
write
sir.
it down on your phone. Wow.
You know, this is when you try to survive for 3 hours of sleep and then had a long day with it. Man, no man, I want to say what I have to say.
Say it.
Tell me about what? Tell me about the question? About the question?
Yeah, let's say about the question. But anyways, it's probably gonna come a little later. But the thing about that question just now, it's not that you don't want to talk about it, but sometimes I guess, you know, when you ask God for discernment. Okay, from my small, one thing my mom used to make us pray for, and like it may become a scratch record. Lord, please give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and discernment. And then you'll be like, okay, like where do you pray for that always? But then now, at my age now, I am now realizing that what she had taught me to pray for, like I am seeing it, and the discernment. And sometimes you watch the situations happening, and you had the thought, you saw the problem a long time ago. Your discernment showed you, God showed you, gave you the wisdom, but instead of making proper decisions before things happen, you just continue on to make it just happen play out by itself. So this discernment played a big role in this year situations this year that for me, I would rather not talk about.
So you want to thank Miss Arnold?
So big up to my man, her
that you now know the importance of asking for that.
Right.
That is amazing.
All right. So far, all of this discussion so far, we realize there's a lot of things, good, bad, ugly, terribly wrong,
and the in-between,
that went on this year, and everything else in between and besides and upside down.
Let's talk about the good ones.
Right. So we're gonna move with this, you know, grasp on what we did not like, what we liked about this year into the next year. How would you like to end off this year?
Just like how this month started.
Which one?
Care to explain?
With a bang, I would say.
Nice.
Okay.
I would say it started in November thereabout. Well, in October thereabout. But nonetheless, I would want to continue the new year with my current state of mind. And that is mostly peace and contentment, like I mentioned earlier.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, I don't want to leave the year with stones that are supposed to be this way, facing this way. I want everything in order. Like yesterday, I got to school with a heavy weight, and I like, you know what? I need to tackle certain things before school closes. So I got to answer my invoice with profound sadness, of course. What? And then I like, Miss, you don't got no balance. I said,
wow.
Miss Jemema Arnold, like, off of my invoice.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, no, you already get clear. So I was like, what? Again, I don't like believe that I said the paper. But this time, that me true again, that me true too. But I just, things like that, like I don't want to live nothing will have room for grow worse. If you have room for betterment, I will live that for be. But I don't want to have resentments, I don't want to have beef, I don't want to have nothing pending what I need for the day. Things like that. I just want enough the year in a peace to start the new one the same way.
Yeah.
I have a very similar result. We want to clean the slate for the year, so yes. Nothing, we're not supposed to carry the next year, the beef part. We eat beef, we don't have beef.
We're not vegetarians. We don't eat meat.
Says the one who just ate beef tacos.
Now my chicken, we're not gonna get on here and lie. I want to eat the beef. I need to lie to you. I want to eat it, but I will not have it. Yeah, and seeing if there's anything that needs mending, if there's anything that needs fixing.
Yes. Fix it.
Anything I need for
fix it. That shirt with tear that arm. Fix it.
Yeah.
I think the more the jeans.
The jeans were ripped. Fix it.
I feel like that. I'm attacked. I'm attacked.
The shoes were glue it. It still could work. Glue it.
Glue it?
Fix everything.
No, you can't go get it so.
Fix everything.
Even better.
Once it's fixable, fix it. Killer.
Is there anything?
What you want?
How you want to end this year?
Honestly, I just want, like you guys are saying, you just want to. I think it's most people, you want to end off the year good. You want to feel like your year was a success. Like you did adequately.
Yeah.
Right? I think most of all you want to end off the year because it keeps bringing me back to this thing where Jalen always say your name that you usually say something, your name that will carry with you.
Right, your name precedes you.
Yeah.
When, because you want when your name is called.
Yeah.
That there's only a good report about
you.
So you want your name
I think apart from, this success and doing good and thing, like Jemema said, you don't want beef. I think I want to end off the year knowing that your name never had nothing bad towards it.
You're on good
when they say your name, oh, she's nice, oh, she's kind, she's compassionate, she's considering all the things we've talked about up here, So I think I want to end off the year on that note, knowing that your name not have something bad. Going into the new year, you want the same thing, and for people to know that they can depend on you and you're always there to help them.
Right. I'd say I drop gems sometimes. Okay. All right, next question then. Is there anything that you didn't get to do this year that you thought you would have? Lot.
Of course.
Get married.
And even... Wow.
Jeez. If I may had our better screen, if I may had our better case, I may drop the phone.
Let it go.
Wow.
She just dropped the mic, the bombshell. My goodness,
God
the
pull
blow.
a cruise ship, but I guess that...
I think, Kayla take the cake for that one.
Kayla, I can't even win that.
There's no topping that one.
Okay, so when it comes to other things,
probably
Kayla.
Travel to the States, maybe.
Then it go through the back.
Not on live TV.
We cannot.
No, sir.
We do not endorse that type of behavior.
You know what? Let's come back to what Kayla said. We will forget when Jemema said just now.
Okay.
Kayla.
Next question.
No,
we not
Kayla,
here.
Everybody not.
Kayla, you kind of hurt me heart when you said that.
No, girl. Next time you better make sure you get married.
I will.
Alright.
Listen, I can tell I'm at a crusade and you had one at the past time. You do a presentation in the afternoon. I single me out and mind you, a crowd of like almost 300 people. And like you, young man, you sing very well. Keep singing for the Lord. And if you're not married already, next year this time you'll be married. So I write down the dates. Because if it not happen, I have to go sit in man. I have to go pay the man at the events. I'd be like, sir, you gave me false information. Fix it.
Always ready for marriage.
Things I didn't get to do.
Ready?
You know, I thought when I had a job that I may accomplish a lot, and then it was lies and deception. It was never that. It was never nothing close. So, you know, there's personal things that I had, you know, planned, and yeah, it fell true. But what can we do about that?
Nothing, friend.
Mine was to be. No one said that.
Say.
Be home with all the money in the world, you know.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Just transfer all the money where I think about in my head, in my account, and just go and splurge and buy. I don't know, whenever I figure it out, I help or not. Trust me.
Well, at least I'm one of the matching pages. Wow. But in that never tangible.
You could do it with SG.
We do that every night.
We do that every night.
Every night.
We'll make this one special.
So we're mismatching pages. That'll be the tradition for this year, no? All right.
Actually, I wanted to. I like Jemema. I wanted to go on a cruise. I wanted to do a cruise, and I wanted to go to a new country. I wanted to do a new country.
Jamaica.
Well,
listen.
That could be set for next
For Christmas, I wanted to be in either Aspen, Italy, or Belgium. But the way how my bank account inactive right now, ain't no Belgium other than the waffles I'm gonna get this year. Number 3, name something that happened unexpectedly that you actually enjoyed and you were actually glad it happened. Okay, not the unexpected surprise.
The school fees.
Amen. Look
I
at
was literally
God.
not expecting that.
Look at God, yeah.
That's the only thing.
I can't think about nothing.
Kayla, come on.
there was something, and I can't remember what it was.
I think your brain is shut down at this point.
I'm telling you, I had 3 hours of sleeping, and that is literally 3 hours last night of sleeping. But there was some unexpected. Okay, I remember.
Right.
It was my birthday. I had wrote down about 7 things that I wanted God to do for me for my birthday. I wrote them down from the beginning of the month, right? And I've been thinking about them, but I thought them through, and then I said, okay, because before I write it down, I want to make sure that they're not the way I want. And so my birthday, and as the 2 days, and I start praying for it. And so 2 days later on, one of them was answered. I was like, oh, hold on, wait. I remember this. I got straight in my book, answered. And so there were like 7 things that I had prayed for. And one of them was literally the gifts. And I could still see the gifts, like I said, mentioned to you guys, still seeing the gifts coming, and they're still coming. Like I just went and had a whole spa date with some friends in Cairo 2 weekends ago, and that was my birthday week. That was my birthday celebration, and we had a big eating afterwards.
Birthday was in October, yeah?
Right. Okay. And I just celebrated it with them.
She celebrated for 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, it happened that way, and I didn't. So that was something unexpected for me.
That's nice. That sounds good.
I think unexpected for me. I never think. You remember the thing with my name? There was a point when no one knew who I was. I was just Ben the Clee brother. Yes, it's me. It's me. Would you believe it?
Not
no.
Benedict,
No,
little
I'm
brother.
Jalen Pascascio, and my name has reached a lot of places I never thought it would have gone. I've got calls I never expected. I've got invites I probably wouldn't have gotten at any other time. So I think that's like the unexpected thing for me. I'm recognized now. I'm famous almost.
And you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
All right. What was a hard change you had to tell your heart to accept? Who wrote these questions?
Who wrote this question?
Who wrote these questions? Because we need to have a conversation behind the scenes.
You could tell it
afterwards.
hurt, butt hurt.
Yeah. I think this need a therapy session. What was a hard change you had to tell your heart to accept?
No, this was the year in review, guys. Like, it's for real.
That I went into 2023 with $0.00 in my bank account.
No.
I had to tell my heart just that
Let
just
it go.
yeah, man. That
That I have to accept it.
yeah,
Oh my
that I broke.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
I think what I had to teach my heart to accept, and this is something, it's been coming from, I would say, maybe 2018. But, the art of letting go, if you go on my, in fact, not go up on my Facebook profile, but I posted a while back, the art of letting go, it's an elusive execution, but it's gratifying once mastered. And there are things, like Jemema said, accepting things you can't change, some things you don't have no control over. You're at a point where you're defeated, you're defenseless. And it's in those moments that you have to be like, you know what? You got this. This is happening. Yes, it is the reality right now.
There were some of which I care not to say or talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them is knowing that because I have a few friends and now they're all married and then I'm the only one that is single now, and watching the last one got married, I was like, okay.
Wow.
So you had to accept that.
So I had to accept that all my friends are married now and that I they don't have time for single people things.
But you're not the single, almost rich auntie, no?
Yeah.
We just need to work on the rich part.
They're not getting none of my money.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding, God. I'm just kidding. But I had to accept that. That was one of the things that I had to accept, and I had to accept it from earlier on in the year when I found out that the last one was getting married. I was like, man, okay,
Wow.
friend. Wow. I look at him this weekend and I said, Sunday, and I said, you just win.
Get the Kleenex, get the Kleenex, get the Kleenex.
I'm
Yeah,
not
and then he
crying,
laughed.
you're
I'm
crying.
not, me no cry, you won't cry. Our last question here as we are about to wrap up, because they done the look for turn off the light. What are some of your expectations for the next year? I don't know where the word's gone. What are some of your expectations for the new year?
That God will show up nonetheless, and that whatever my heart desire, that He will grant it unto me, because I ask Him, and every tears I cry, He heard it, and He will answer for me. Because I need Aislinn Murillo, and He made a friend.
And you know what I mean?
And He know the name. He know it good one.
I'm literally just expecting to deal with things in a timely manner as they come and not have things to pile up. So
Okay.
I just want what easy year, God, like, please. I want be able to take more trips next year.
Same.
I just feel like a slave goat this year. Work, school, being a mom. I not even see the keys this year that road. I want more trips.
You know, like the people
More happy
on
times.
TikTok where they call God to make sure you know
Yes,
on the
because
strong list.
How long more? Like, what happened? I can't take no more.
No, same, because
Can't take
I don't realize I don't want the stronger ones. So I get the message now, God. I could work on having a weak moment. I could, be vulnerable for you to do your will next year. And I expect a lot of a lot of drastic changes from this year because this year was very rancid.
Expectations is a strong word.
Yes.
I think. And that is what hurts us the most. Yep. Expectations. So I really don't want to say what are my expectations, because when I have the expectations and they don't work out in God's favor, because I feel like that, when they don't work out in my favor, because it's God's will, then I feel like I'm a disappointment, or I get heartbroken, or things don't, turn out the way it should be. But honestly, I just want the Lord to lead 2023, and whatever is His will. Yes, I have some desires and I would place them in God's hand. But if He sees that it's not best for me, then by all means it's on Him. So I don't want to say expectations, but I just want to say my desires are for the Lord to lead, and He will bring me through 2023.
But God said, come boldly before Him. So you need to have some that's why I said expectation for Him. If that may for people, then that may be something different. But expectation that God will come through, because people will disappoint you. Trust me. So expectation from God.
All right. And as we wrap up, final
you
thoughts.
did the my job?
As we wrap up, we would like to just leave with you guys that yes, we're coming to the end of a year, but apart from all the bad things that happen, let's look at the good, because 3 of we family members never get murdered. We never experience a lot of things where a lot of people experience. So we still have a lot to be thankful for.
Right. Count your achievements. Appreciate
Celebrate
your losses.
things. Yeah.
And look up. Don't look back. And don't worry about the noise in the market. Check your change. Check your change. With that, we thank you all for staying with us to the very end. We thank our guest, Miss Jemema Arnold, for being with us, the future lawyer.
Thank you.
And we thank you for, even though you were in the comments, you gave us a view and you shared. And with that, we see you next week for part 2 of It's a Wrap with our special guest, Mr. Paul Lopez. So we'll be right back next week, same time, same place. You know the vibe. It's your favorite nighttime show. Bye, guys.
Youth Come Alive wants to wish you and your family season's greetings and a prosperous new year.
May love come alive within your hearts this Christmas.
May your desire be to put a smile on every face you see.
May hope fill each room that you enter and bring joy to those you hold there.
Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
As a non-profit organization, the Adventist Television Network solely relies on your financial support. By partnering with us through a monthly donation, you will help us to continue to fulfill the mission in taking the gospel into all the world. For more information, please call 613-9351 or email us at atnfin@cbm.belizeunion.org. Thank you for your prayers and support of the ATN ministry, and together we may hasten the soon coming of our Lord Jesus Christ.